For our last one, we're given a story problem. Let's say that we have 4/5 of the pets are dogs, and we know that there are 12 dogs. So there are a couple ways that we can go through and solve this problem. One way is to take 4/5 of the pets are dogs and make it into a number sentence. So we're just going to bring down everything. We know 4/5 is going to be just the fraction. We know of can mean multiply. Now the pets, we don't know how many pets there are, so let's just go ahead and put a box. And then is and are mean that it is equal. So they are. Okay. So are is going to be equal, and then dogs. Doesn't have a number there for dogs. Now if we go back here, we can see that we know that there are 12 dogs. So therefore, that means 12 can go into this box. So we have 4/5 times blank equals 12. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and look at this, and we can see that right here we are multiplying, but we have a missing number. So what we can do is we can take the problem and go backwards, and if we go backwards, we can divide. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at how we're going to rewrite this. So if we had these problems here, 6 times 8 equals 48, and we rewrote it backwards, we would have to write 48 divided by 6 equals, and then we could find our answer was going to be 8. So once again, we multiply, we have our largest number here. When we divide, we do it backwards, so the number that came at the end for multiplying comes at the beginning for dividing. Here we have the same thing again. Multiplying with a missing number, we end up with our largest number, which is 20. So when we're going to divide and go backwards, we're going to start with that largest number, 20 divided by 5 equals 4, and that tells us that 4 will be your answer, and of course 5 times 4 equals 20. So when we look at this one, we're multiplying. So to find our missing number, we're going to go backwards and we're going to divide. So we're going to have to start with this 12 divided by 4/5. So now that we have our division problem, we're going to have to go through our steps. Number 1, make them both fractions. 12 divided by 4/5. So of course the 12 is over 1, because anything over 1 is itself. Next, we never divide fractions, we always multiply by the reciprocal. So we keep our first number here, change this to multiplication, and flip this to 5/4. Now, when we go through next, we can cross cancel. 12 and 4 are both divisible by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Multiply numerator times numerator. 3 times 5 is 15. And 1 times 1 is 1. Anything over 1 or anything divided by 1 is itself. So our answer would be 15. So we know that there are going to be 15 pets altogether. 4/5 of the 15 pets are going to be dogs. And there are 12 dogs. Now we can also do this 4/5 times blank equals 12 by using a drawing. So once again, it's 4/5, which means we have 4, which is right here. We have 4 of them out of 5 altogether. So 4 out of 5. And we know that 4 out of 5 is the 12. So the 4/5 is the 12. So that means these 4 here make up 12. So therefore, in order to put this 12 into these 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, that means we're going to divide the 12 up. we're going to do 12 divided by 4, which is going to equal 3. So now we have 3, 6, 9, 12. Now, what we do not know is our total, which will be here at the end. That's what's missing. So we have to figure out what's going to be in this last box here. And since this is a fraction, and fractions are always equal amounts, this would have to be a 3. So 5 3s make 15 pets altogether.